Hi, Chris Cantelmo here with another Daily Vibration. And I want to talk this morning about the grand illusion. And the grand illusion is the notion that just because we've believed something for a long time, or something just because we believe something is a knee-jerk reaction, that it's even remotely true, because it's often not. So I did a video earlier about going down to see the gray whales giving birth down in the lagoons down in Baja California, how beautiful that is. I highly recommend everyone go down to San Ignacio Lagoon in Baja and check out the gray whales in February, March of the year. Anyway, my ex-wife Dana and I and my uncle Colin, I think my brother John was with us on this trip. 4 of us were down, drove about 17 hours down into Baja from LA. And we were cruising out across this desert. And I got a flat tire, as you often do down there. So we had to stop, and the car was really loaded up with stuff. We had coolers and all kinds of heavy stuff in the back of this Jeep Cherokee, 4-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee. So now, in this vehicle, we had 3 Yale graduates, myself, my brother John, and my ex-wife Dana, and my uncle Colin, who was no slouch intellectually. So we look at this heavily weighted Jeep, and we got to change the tire. So we're like, okay, we got to better take some of the weight out of the car. So we start pulling stuff out of the car, and I take out this cooler that's like dripping on the outside with some condensation, and I look down at the sand, and I think, I don't want to put this cooler on the dirt, so I'll just put it on the roof of the car. So then everyone sees, oh, that's a good idea, and they start taking stuff out of the back of the car, putting it on the roof of the car. Now, this is 3 Yale graduates, mind you, and you would have done a similar thing, and you have done similar things. And then it took us about a minute to realize we're not taking any weight off the wheels if we're just putting stuff out of the trunk of the car onto the roof of the car. Right? No shit, Sherlock. Well, now, why am I talking about this? Because that is what humanity is doing in the Industrial Revolution and the technological revolution that we all get mesmerized by, that we talk about as the internet, the digital revolution. Now let's think about what the digital revolution has done. And you're going to be amazed at how little it's accomplished, and the great devastation that it's brought. So it used to be, if you wanted to see a natural, beautiful natural scene, you would walk outside and you would look around with your eyes. Now, if you wanted to talk to your neighbor, you would talk to your neighbor. You might go knock on his door, you'd look over the fence, you'd wave at him, and then you'd have a conversation. Well, now the way people talk to their neighbors is they really don't ever talk to them directly, but occasionally they'll get online, right, and they'll take this very circuitous route all around the globe, right, and have this great conversation with this anonymous person. Oh, isn't the world this way? Isn't the world that way? And then you find out it's their neighbor 2 blocks away that they've been talking to through the internet, whenever how to go around the whole world. And now people spend these kids, you see these kids online, they're in their homes 24 hours a day. They don't leave their rooms. And how do they see a natural scene? They see it on the screen. It's been reproduced on a screen. Now, where's the genius in that? And then you realize, God, these nerds like Bill Gates, what a dweeb. So this kid who probably didn't really like being outside much, didn't really like interacting with nature much, thanks God, wouldn't it be great if everything could just be done on a computer? And so then now we have these. So now people, when they think they want to see something cool, they think they have to look at a computer, when there's nothing on you will never ever find anything on a computer screen. This isn't really true. Sometimes computers can generate sort of. I mean, there are emergent things that come out of computer code. Okay, let's all agree on that. But they're not nearly as interesting as the just beautiful things that get put on computer screens that are of the natural world. I mean, you look at videos of fish in the water, these incredible fish, you name it, anglerfish, deep ocean anglerfish, just crazy, like so much more exotic than even the craziest aliens that you might imagine. Anyway, the human imagination is just so far in excess of anything that's going to come out of a computer. And the visual beauty of the real world is so far in excess of anything that's going to come out of a computer-generated bullshit. And the grand illusion with the digital revolution is that it created anything of any real value. And what has been the cost? The cost to humanity is that there's a huge increase in power consumption. Because now instead of just going outside and opening your eyes, now you gotta use this battery-powered thing or this electrical-powered thing just to see what you could have seen by opening up your fucking eyes. So the grand illusion of the Industrial Revolution and the digital revolution is that it made life easier. It didn't. It actually made life much more difficult. The grand illusion is that it freed people. It didn't free people. In fact, it enslaved people. It enslaved people to jobs that they don't like. Because now, instead of walking outside and opening your eyes, that's free. You gotta buy something. You gotta buy this computer or this phone. Then you gotta go to some job you really don't like going to. Most people hate their jobs. 99% of the people in the world do not like going to their jobs. But now, because we don't open our eyes anymore, we have to pay for the ability to see what should be right in front of us. Now we have to have all these battery-powered things, and we got to burn ungodly amounts of fossil fuels and create energy from nuclear reactions, just to do what we could have done for free and without any energy, except the energy that comes from the food we eat and the sun and the sky. Now, I'll make more videos about this because it's really important, and it's one of those things where it's so obvious that it's very easy to overlook. And the take-home message is that the digital revolution hasn't freed you one bit. It's enslaved you to a terrible life. And it's leading to the destruction, the environmental destruction of the planet. And when you think about this, you're going to see it's true now. Now this is so now the question is, what do you do about it? And I'm an optimist. So what do you do about it is you change. People hear things, oh, that's kind of true. I think what he's saying is true, but then they don't change. You don't change. We'll change. It's time to change, and you're going to change. And I am the agent of change. Pleased to meet you. Chris Cantelmo with another Daily Vibration.